One important case that we've had involving civil rights violations was a law enforcement officer sexually assaulted our client while on duty, meaning he was wearing a uniform, acting as a law enforcement officer, carrying a gun. Our client bravely reported the assault almost immediately after it happened. And law enforcement did its own internal investigation of the incident. The end result initially was that this law enforcement officer was basically only told to stay home and receive a paycheck and just stay at home. And he did that for about 2.5 years. It took us, after we filed the lawsuit, about a 1.5 year fight to get the underlying investigative materials that basically showed that this guy was a bad deputy. He had tried to sexually assault and attack several other women. And the investigative materials also proved our client was telling the truth. And the next day after the materials were released, this particular individual who was the deputy involved was arrested and prosecuted and ultimately convicted and sentenced to 9 years in California State Prison. So not only in this particular case did we obtain a successful outcome for our client, our efforts in part led to this deputy being convicted, and also because he was convicted, he can never serve as a law enforcement officer again in the state of California.